Why did I stop buying Pokemon cards, and why did I stop posting videos onto this channel? They are two of the questions that I'll be answering in this video today. Welcome back though, guys. My name is Randolph. Hopefully you're all doing good, and let's get into it. Now, there are a number of different answers to those questions. Some of them are going to be completely obvious, and most of you, or some of you who follow my other channels and me elsewhere on social media, will know the reasons, but there are also a few reasons that you probably don't know. So I'm here to answer everything today and kind of start, again. The first things first, why am I making this video? I've been trying for a long time to return to Pokemon content, but not just that, also return to the hobby. Pokemon card collecting is something that I used to do way back in the day when I was a wee baby. Not a baby, but a child. Played the games throughout my entire life, and then I got back into kind of collecting Pokemon cards in 2016. And then in 2019, I created this channel, and it's just something that's been with me my entire life, something that I've really enjoyed. And wherever I've been enjoying it. I've not been buying cards, I've not been posting videos, and I've been wanting to return back to this channel. So the purpose of this video is to be completely transparent and honest with you guys and try and start a new chapter, if you will. By making this video, it allows me to kind of close off the previous however long it's been, start again, and then get consistent. A good place to start is to tell you guys why I started this channel. I actually started this channel in around, I think, 2019. Well, I started the channel a long time ago, but I started posting Pokemon on it and kind of reimagined it from what it was back in the day. I think it was just a regular games channel. And it was because I had a lot of stress in my main career, if you will. With my music and my regular videos, there was a lot of diss tracks going on. There was a rise to success, but with that rise to success, I kind of had a lot more weight on my shoulders, a lot more people watching, a lot more negativity around, and I was quite new to that. So this channel, the Pokemon channel that you see today, was a way for me to kind of get away from that and do something that I completely enjoy that is away from everything else, i.e. music, and just collect Pokemon cards and post videos of me collecting and enjoy my hobby. And this brought me a lot of joy. It brought me a lot of purpose as well, because I kind of suffered from imposter syndrome a little bit with my main channel and my music. The only reason I was successful was because of KSI or the Sidemen or the diss tracks or this and that. Whereas Pokemon actually gave me, well, posting Pokemon videos gave me an escape from that, but it also gave me a purpose. Like, look, I can do this on my own. People enjoy watching me without the help of anyone else, and I can just open packs and be me. And I really enjoyed that. And I saw a bit of success, and it was something that I enjoyed. Laura enjoyed editing the videos as well, and it felt really, really positive. And I really enjoyed my time doing that. And then out of nowhere, the Pokemon hobby and the community just absolutely exploded. This is the Pokemon boom, if you will. It started around the time where lockdown happened, and also where Logan Paul got into the community. I wouldn't say that he's necessarily the only reason why Pokemon did have that boom, but it was certainly a big reason. He was certainly a driving factor of it, but I think it was inevitable anyway. Crypto was becoming popular. Investment in collectibles in general, sports cards, other items, we're seeing growth as well. And that is just because people were away from work. They were at home, they were spending more time researching, looking. And Pokemon is something that everyone's loved for a long time. Sword and Shield was a brand new generation of Pokemon that brought a lot of excitement back into it. For someone like me who posts Pokemon content, it was amazing. Of course it was amazing. We were getting so many more views than we ever had in the past. I was earning more money than I ever had done in the past, even compared to my music and my main channel. It was crazy. And while I'll always be grateful for that, and obviously I would never take it back, I'm not trying to say that, it did bring kind of a lot more stress, if that makes sense, because the thing I was running away from on my main channel and my music started happening on the Pokemon channel. I was getting a lot more exposure, a lot more comments, and with that came negativity as well. And I'm someone who, I can take bad comments, by the way. I can take comments on my visual, I can take insults towards myself, but when I do get my kind of like personality questioned or my intentions questioned, that's when I start to struggle. And I'll explain more of that later in the video. But of course, I've been doing YouTube and content for a long time, and I understand when there's a trend, you jump on the trend, okay? You ride the wave as much as you can, you make the most of it, because that's how you grow, that's how you succeed, and that's how you get to the next level. If you get an opportunity, you take it. And that's what I did. I was working super hard. I was traveling around the country buying booster boxes to do a break every single week. I would wake up, buy the boxes, film the content, edit the content a lot of the time, because at the time where the channel was going crazy, so was the shop. Pokemon was going crazy as well. So Laura couldn't run the store doing all the work that involves, as well as editing videos. So then I would start editing the videos, and I remember I wouldn't sleep until like 3 or 4 a.m. Go sleep, wake up the next morning and do it all over again. It was amazing. It was changing my life. It was growing the business. It was making so many things possible that never were before. And it was great. I'm taking nothing away from that. But like I said before, with more eyes, there comes more negativity. But one thing I really struggled with was when Frosted Caribou, I'm not going to blame her. I'm not going to put all the blame on her. But when that kind of, what's the word? When that kind of narrative started spreading around, which was people like me, people like PokeRev, Leon Hart, who make these entertaining Pokemon card videos, it made us seem like we were ruining the hobby, and that we were not true Pokemon fans, and we were only here for the money. And I hated that, because again, like I said in the intro, and like I said earlier in the video, that was so far from the truth. Pokemon has been something that I've loved my entire life. It's been something that I've carried through my entire life, whether it be the games or whether it be the TCG or whatever it may be. I love Pokemon. I've always enjoyed it. And now I have people having a go at me saying that I'm only in it just for the money, and it really hurt me, because I actually believed it. It made me look at what I was doing and think, well, maybe am I doing that? Because obviously my type of content that I used to watch regarding Pokemon TCG and the content that I make is definitely, orientated around money, investing, profitability. But that's not all it is. But just for this section, just pretend that's all I am. I like to open packs And if I get a good card, I like to check the condition of the card, you know, and if that condition is good enough for grading, then great, I'll get it graded, you know, and then I'll be able to see if I can increase the value. If I can increase the value, then great. I'll then maybe sell that card for more money than I paid for it, or more money than I paid for the pack. Either that money can go towards buying other cards for my personal collection, you know, maybe it'll be a Lugia card, or maybe it'll be a Grail card that I've been looking forward to for a while. I'll pick up that card, you know. I love that type of content. I love buying an old collection, you know, and going through there, seeing if we could find any gems, seeing if we could find something that wasn't on the listing or a surprise in there. I love that. And I know a lot of people love watching that as well. For example, Gem Mint Pokemon used to love watching his videos, still do to this day. Connor, Grader Groudon, used to love watching him open packages from the post from eBay, checking the condition, sending them off to grading, getting them back, and then seeing what he can sell them for. It's just fun, you know. I like that side of things. And obviously what I realize now is that content is completely okay. I mean, some people out there have entire financial channels where they're talking about saving money, budgeting, being frugal. On the flip side of that, you have people who are looking at buying houses, you know, owning 10 houses, mortgaging houses. Both of those channels are about money, finance, but they're completely different spectrums, and that's okay. They have their own audiences. It doesn't mean that either of them are wrong. It just means that they're doing different things. And that's the same thing with Pokemon, you know. Pokemon is a huge franchise, one of the biggest in the world. You have the anime, you know, the cartoon, you have the card, the TCG, the games, plushies, all these different things that are going on. And people can cover different sides of it, you know. My channel right here is nothing completely similar at all to someone like Game Boy Luke, who does Nuzlocke, who does playthroughs. It's completely different. Just because it's about Pokemon doesn't mean that we share the exact same interests. And what I realize now is that it's completely okay. As you can see, it still bothers me, you know. It still bothers me. But I've got over it now, you know. I feel like the content I make, I'm proud of. I'm happy with it. I like the lane that I'm in. It doesn't mean that I dislike Pokemon. It doesn't mean that I dislike playing Pokemon competitively. It doesn't mean that I don't agree that sometimes the pricing of things goes too crazy, you know. And it does get out of hand, you know. People saying that cards are worth the wrong value is wrong for the hobby. But it doesn't mean that everyone who puts a $sign in their title or who explains the price of a product is wrong or a bad person at all. But at the time, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that within myself. And even though I might have said that, I didn't feel that, you know. I felt guilty. I felt guilty that I was making this content, and it made me resent Pokemon. It made me resent making videos, made me resent the hobby as a whole. Combine all of that with the timing of everything. Ace Grading was conceived and started. Obviously, PSA was completely backlogged. They were taking so long, and also they were in America. So we thought, why don't we start something on our own? You know, why don't we do the things that we think are better? You know, make better labels, make a clearer and more high quality slab. Where other companies may lack consistency, let's make sure that we focus on consistency and have an improved and more accurate grading scale. And of course, being in the UK, let's make a more accessible company. And that's ultimately why Ace Grading was born. And during those months and those early stages, well, I say months, it's probably years actually, but during the start of Ace Grading, of course, being someone who is so heavily involved, I thought it was right and I thought it was good for me to be there and actually have a presence. Obviously, it wasn't in London, it wasn't where I lived, it was 2 hours away from me. So most of the times I was living with friends, other times I was living out of a hotel room, and I didn't have my setup like you see now. I didn't have the accessibility to make videos every single day, and I was focusing and putting time into that company. Something that I do not regret, by the way. I'm very happy that I did that because that's why Ace Grading is what it is today, because of the foundations that we put into the company initially. At the same time as that, lockdown started to end and we started to go out more, you know, which means a lot of the other stuff that I do in my career, the podcast, collaboration videos with the Cyber and other friends that I have on YouTube, and more events in general, meant that I was just out more. I wasn't in my house or my flat every single day anymore making videos. I had to go and do stuff. Combine that with the fact that Laura became pregnant with our baby, our daughter Harper. Then Harper was born, and then we moved house from London all the way to Nottingham, changed the environment, changed the business, moved the warehouse, moved everything. It was just a lot, you know. It was a lot going on. Not only was I not in the right place mentally, I'm starting to improve that now. I wasn't in the right place physically. We were moving house. Everything was changing. Ace Grading was becoming a thing, and I had the whole weight on my shoulders about just, you know, not enjoying Pokemon anymore because of things that people said about me. Maybe you can say I'm not strong enough. I should have been better. I should have been stronger mentally to deal with all of that, but it was tough, you know. We are all human and not everyone can manage that, and I couldn't at the time. It all became too much for me, you know, so I struggled with making content. And not only did I stop making content, I just stopped enjoying the hobby, man. You know, boxes come through from Japan for the store. I open them, cool. Boxes come through from the English TCG suppliers, and I open them. I think, well, I just didn't enjoy it, man. Like, I enjoyed Ace Grading. I enjoyed seeing the cards in slabs, the artwork. I had no purpose anymore. I was like, well, why am I doing this, you know? What is the reason for doing this? That's why I'm making this video, to set the scene, to let you guys know what happened, why I stopped, and my intentions going forward. So what are my intentions going forward? Going forward, of course, as you can see, we've got a brand new setup right here that I've been trying to work on for a long time now. You might have seen pauses in the videos. That's because I've been, again, questioning, like, what is my genre? What do I want to make? What kind of video ideas do I want to put out for you guys? You probably saw the video that went out recently where I tried to complete base set in 24 hours, or at the London Card Show. That was heavily inspired by Deep Pocket Monster, Pat Flynn, someone whose content I enjoy, someone who I think is a welcomed addition to the Pokemon content creation, you know, scene, I guess, if you will. Pokerev, of course, has been completely smashing it, consistent, never look back, still doing what he was doing 2 years ago, something that I couldn't do. So I've been trying to get into a place where I can not only enjoy the content I'm making, but also sustain it, you know. We have got a family now, there's a baby, there's a house, there's loads of stuff going on. I've been taking time to make sure that everything's in the right place. Of course, I'll miss days. I'm not going to say it's going to be daily again, but you're going to see many more videos going out in the near future and better quality, and also you're going to see me with a smile on my face, you know. I'm going to collect the sets that I want to collect. I'm going to grade the cards that I want to grade, and it's going to be a fun time. And for those who are wondering, no, I'm not going to change the style of videos I used to do. I'm still going to do a video where I check the profitability of a certain set. Of course, I like the videos. I'm still going to do buying collections, checking what cards they have, seeing if we can grade them, seeing what they can be worth. I love that. That's why I enjoy the hobby so much, you know, and I'm going to continue doing what I do in my lane. And if someone doesn't like it, they don't have to, but if you do, then subscribe, leave a like, and enjoy the videos, and we'll build the community back to where it was, and probably even further. So yeah, there we go, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you for understanding if you did. I have no expectations on what the channel is going to be. It will struggle for a while. We are going to get low views for a while. I can't leave a channel and expect it to give you back where it was, but I'm committed now. I've got a bunch of ideas, and we're moving forward with it, and hopefully we can make great things happen, and hopefully I can become happier again with my life and also my content, because this channel was a big part of that. I want to get back to those days. With that being said as well, Pokerent is going to be seeing many more improvements as well. That kind of got neglected too, as well as this channel, but Laura's back on it. I'm back on it. My mum is also now, because we're close, home again. My mum's working with the business as well, which is a really nice story. So I want to support her and make Pokerent as good and as big as it possibly can do. Ace grading as well. Ace grading's got a bright future. Things are really starting to get into gear now with Ace. Many more TCGs on the way. Obviously, the new slab is absolutely amazing. I was going to show you the grade of this card, but I can't because the video's not out yet, but the new slab is absolutely stunning. Very beautiful. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're looking forward to the new videos. And yeah, so weight off my shoulders. At least I could make this video. I could say what I wanted to say, and we can go forward from here. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow, and see you next time. But until then, take care and peace.